Continuing on enzyme in MCQ 6, this is a classic graph which actually shows the rate of enzymatic reaction with respect to increasing temperature. Now I'm going to break this down into a few parts. The first part here will say that the enzyme is considered to be inactivated. Now at this region, there is a very low amount of heat, and that means that the conversion to kinetic energy is low. And with the low kinetic energy of the enzyme, it has a very low rate of forming enzyme-substrate complex, which I'll just term this as ES complex, and reaction is extremely slow. But this is definitely considered to be reversible because with a providence of some heat, the enzymes actually start to work. Now the second region here, that's in pink color, I'll say that this is where this increment is due to an increased providence of heat to the enzyme with more kinetic energy, and the formation of your ES complex actually starts to increase. And you can see that the enzyme becomes more and more efficient in its collision with your substrate, and it helps in increasing the number of EX complex formed. But all this is up to a certain point. We call this certain point as the optimum temperature of the enzyme. Now, a common mistake for most students is that they will always perceive optimum temperature to be at 37 degrees Celsius. Now, however, this is only true for human-based enzyme. It's very much dependent on the habitat that the organism is in. Now, the next region here, this is where too much becomes a bad thing. So this green area, when it starts to come down, is considered to be an act of denaturation. Now, the amount of heat that's supplied is way more than the amount that's needed for the enzyme to convert to kinetic energy. Now, the excess kinetic energy actually causes denaturation via the act of disrupting the 3D conformation of enzyme. And that means subsequently the active site conformation will also change, and as substrate is no longer complementary to the active site, it is unable to catalyze any more reaction. Now do take note that denaturation by temperature and not pH to an enzyme is considered to be irreversible. So coming back to the question, for point X, we're looking at the act that more heat is actually provided. So the formation of ES complex is getting higher. So I'll say that D is the correct answer over here.